are here bringing in the body. Well, thank you so much, guys. I am actually following the conversation that you're having in studios there. And just as you can see, now this is the Airbus that has flown in the remains of Jacob Lokoli Oulanya. And here is where we are. Now, what is going to happen here is the body of Jacob Lokoli Oulanya is going to be offloaded from this particular Airbus here that has brought it in here. It will be received with all the honors, and because what is happening to us is very unique, alien, and of course it's something that none of us has been to, or none of us has witnessed. So whatever is going to happen here is something that all of us just need to look at, follow, and learn, because Jacob Lokoli Oulanya is the first Speaker of Parliament to die while in office, and of course died out of the country. So we just want to see what happens, what is done, what are the things that are supposed to be done, and of course that is what we are seeing here. So lots of things are happening here. We've seen some senior officers from the Uganda Police Force, and I think these will be charged with receiving the remains, and when they get the remains from this Airbus here, they will be driven to the other side of the airport, at the VIP airport, where we will still be able to now see what happens and hand it over to the funeral services, and again see what continues to happen until Jacob Lokoli Oulanya gets buried on Friday 8th next week. Yes, thank you so much, Ndugu Cole Mande Amazima and James Mututa in studios. And just like you can see, where my camera is focusing now is that is now the cargo compartment where you see the staff of CAA now getting in. And that's where we expect to receive the body of the late Lokori Jacob Oulanyah, the foreign Speaker of Parliament. And very shortly and very soon. Now, I've seen an officer here from the Uganda Police Force, Afande Basalirwa. And he's with somebody that I can't recognize now because we're putting on masks, and of course we are donned in these reflectors just to be able to be allowed to be at the airside here. There are quite a number of staff here. When you look at what is happening at the airport now, very busy. All the staff, the workers here for the CAA and of course NHAS and us and all the others, all gathered here waiting to see. Like I heard you guys say, it is the first time that this is actually happening to us. Now, very shortly, as you can see, is the plane here has already parked, taxed, and ready. The cargo compartment has been opened to be able to bring out the remains of Jacob Oulanyah. Now, the officer standing just next right there at the stairs that go into the cargo compartment, like I said, is Afande Basalirwa. Now, Afande Basalirwa is holding the Uganda national flag. Of course, those are the colors that will be put on the casket of Jacob Oulanyah as received. Very shortly, we're actually waiting to see, and that's one of the moments that all of us and all Ugandans are waiting to see finally when the body of Oulanyah returns to the country after so many days since he met his death in Seattle, Washington, in the United States of America. Now this is airport here. Security is indeed very, very, very tight. Quite a number of people. We actually do not know what is happening in the terminals because business must be paralyzed here. Business must be paralyzed. We do not know what really is happening there because everybody, especially for the airport staff, the airside staff, and the other people who work around here, are all here waiting to see. And that's the beehive of activities as we now wait to see. And very shortly, you will be able to actually see the remains of Jacob Oulanyah being gotten out of the cargo here. And of course, as you can also see, it is the same plane that brought in passengers flying in through Bole Airport in Ethiopia. And of course, those arriving here being gotten out of here, and see what happens next after we've received the remains and the body of Jacob Lokori Oulanyah. Back to you in studios, unless you want to know something from me. Could you please just say that? Could you please just say that? I missed your last. Foreign Affairs, Okello Oriem, of course, and of course family members from the late Jacob Oulanya. And these are the people, of course, that have been waited for here to receive the body of Jacob Oulanya. And so very shortly hereafter, we will now see the body being gotten and offloaded from the plane, and the rest of the things will continue to happen. As you can also notice, it's quite noisy here, but nonetheless, we are at the airside, and the purpose shall be achieved, and we will do necessarily what we are supposed to do and how we are supposed to do it exactly. As you can see, one of the people who are here to receive the body of the late Right Honorable Jacob Oulanya is the former Vice President, His Excellency Edward Kiwanuka Sekandi is also here, and several other leaders, politicians, members from the civil society, family members. The Vice President is just right here, Major Jessica Alupo, in the company, of course, of several other dignitaries. She's just right here with the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Annett, among and other members. As you can see, here they are. I can also see one of the ministers of foreign affairs in the kingdom, in the cultural kingdom of Lango, Ambassador Gwang Dixon, also here, and of course the others representing the cultural leaders who did not make it and who did not be able to come just right here. It's a very somber moment, and of course it's an emotional moment. As you can see, the speaker can't just hold the emotions. The Chief Justice here, Winnie Chegamon Dolo, also feeling very terrible about it. It is really a very somber moment, and it is a very sad moment. Now, this is the moment of reality, because from the time when we heard that Jacob Oulanya had passed away and died, we could only just hear about it. Now that the body is here, it also comes along with very different emotions, as you can see. It is really a very hard time for the people. But the government officials here to receive the body of Oulanya are being led by the Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Alupo, and the former Vice President, Edward Kiwanuka Sekandi, the Speaker of Parliament, the Chief Justice, Cabinet Ministers, the Minister of ICT, just right here, Dr. Mario Munsi, Okello Oriem from Foreign Affairs, and of course quite a number. So here is where we are, and just prepping and getting ready to go and receive the body. Back to you, and if there's anything that you want to ask me, and Ndugu Wakol and Mututa in studios. I just can't be sure, but just before we came to the airside here, I had an opportunity to go to a tent where I was told the family of Jacob Oulanya were put, or they were ushered to sit and wait. I didn't really be very keen to know who is there and who is not there, but I think that's one of the things that we will find out at the moment we move to where it is. The commotion and what is happening here is actually to receive the body. None of us knows what to do and how to do it, and maybe what is all done. But like I told you, here it's just a moment of emotions. You can imagine. You can imagine what the people are going through. But we will be able to know who from the family is here and who is possibly not here. I have seen the Honorable Flight Captain George Mike Mukula. I can also see Honorable Chris Bariomunsi, who is also a SEC member, a Vice Chairperson for Western Uganda. And I'm thinking, because the delegation, as we are here, people donning masks, people putting on very differently, and people putting on glasses because of the emotions. But I'm very sure and suspicious that there are members of the NRM Central Executive Committee that are here. But at least I have seen Honorable George Mike Mukula, and I can also see Ndugu Honorable Dr. Chris Bariomunsi. So, but of course, the leader of the delegation here, the person in charge of receiving the remains of Jacob Oulanyah, is the Vice President. So everybody here comes at Westcourt and to give company to Her Excellency, the Vice President, Jessica Alupo. And of course in the company of her immediate predecessor, Edward Chwanuka II, as you can see. Tunaenda hivi. Katida kunyonyi.
Anti njagala bano baleme kunkuba mugongo.
Thank you very much, Ndugu Akol and Mututa. Just as you can see now, here is where we are. It is now the moment of reality. The Vice President, the Vice President, the Speaker of Parliament, the Chief Justice, the former Vice President, members of the family, cabinet members, members of SEC, and all the other dignitaries are all here now to receive the body of Jacob Oulanyah. And very shortly, here is where it is going to happen. And this is the moment, of course, that the whole nation has been waiting for. And this is a moment that everybody has been waiting to see. It is the reality that the body finally is now here. Here is where we are to actually just receive that. Like I told you earlier on, it is a very emotional moment for the family, for the friends, for comrades, for the country at large, as you can see. Of course, members here coming from Lango and Acholi sub-regions also have sent in delegations to be part of receiving the body of Jacob Oulanyah, which very shortly will be now disembarked from this Airbus 350 ET334 that brought in the remains of Jacob Oulanyah. Akol. Thank you very much. And just as you can see, here now, finally, the body of Oulanyah has been offloaded from this aircraft here this day at exactly 2:30. It is exactly 30 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock here now. And so this is what happens now. This body is going to be received by the Vice President. And when we get the body from here, the body will be driven to the VIP section of the airport, as you can see. what a very sad moment and what a very somber day for the country of Uganda, for the family of Jacob Oulanyah, for the national resistance movement, for members of parliament, and of course for all of us Ugandans. When we come here to receive the remains of Jacob Oulanyah, as you can see. Now here is the body, and like we told you, donned in the colors here, and one of the people that I saw go do that was Afande Isabire from the Uganda, Basari, I beg your pardon, from the Uganda Police Force. And so here is where we are. We now wait to know and to see the processes, the protocols, and the procedure of handing over this body officially to the government of Uganda. As you can see, like I told you, it is very somber. It's a very sad moment here and a very emotional event for members of the family, members of the cabinet, comrades, fellow members of parliament. The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Monk, and naturally not just stand this. She's really so heartbroken, and she's really broken down to see what is happening here to her former boss, and of course also a comrade and workmate. So here is where we are, and we will know all the other details hereafter. But now the body is being driven that way by one of the airside staff to be handed over to the Vice President of Uganda. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Now, it is official that the body of Jacob Oulanyah has been handed over to the government of Uganda, received by the Vice President just right now. And of course, as you can see, being put in one of the heritages here of the Air Plus. Just to get here, it was driven by an airside driver, Mr. Patrick Kisaawe, who works with NHAS, and now just right here. So what is going to happen here is now that the body has been received, we are going to go back to the VIP side where the rest of the ceremonies are going to be done. So we will cut this very briefly and return after about 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you, gentlemen. We will now get back to you when we get to the VIP airside.